Robert Smithson is one of the most memorable land artists to have ever walked this earth. I mean, he gave birth to this movement himself, thus inspiring many young artists in the 1960s. He was a writer and an artist in his early years and was more involved with paintings and collages. It wasn't until the late 1960s, going on to the early 30s, where his work started to shift into land art, creating one of the best known land art landscapes called Spiral Jetty. There is this obsession he has with the concept of entropy that really shows in all his works, and you see that measurement of change or disorder that entropy causes. Sadly, he died at an early age of just 35 years old in a plane crash, but he left behind a great legacy that will never be forgotten. Asphalt Rundown is the very first land art to have ever been created, taking place in Rome, Italy in 1969. Essentially, Robert's first plan was to have mud flown down the hill, but he chose to use asphalt because the asphalt brings out that entropy that he is obsessed with. As the asphalt thickens, it goes into the cracks of the earth, causing this disorder, showing visible entropy in this land art. Gluepore was created in Vancouver, Canada on December 1969. Smithson's idea behind the finished product is how the glue interacts with the natural environment. He used glue and the organic materials around him to create art, and it also goes back to that concept of entropy, using the glue as a disorder. Partially Buried Woodshed was created in Kent, Ohio in January of 1970. At the time, Smithson was staying at Kent State University, and with the weather being colder than he is normally used to, he and some students had developed this idea of demonstrating entropy, with dirt being dumped on an empty shed until the beams of the structure had cracked. Spiral Jetty is the most famous land art that Smithson has created. It was done at Rosal Point, Great Salt Lake in Utah in April of 1970. Before this was created, the location used to be known for its essence of nature and beauty, but a railroad had been created nearby, causing pollution to the surrounding areas. With only using the organic materials surrounding the area and using a bulldozer to get them from the shore to the lake, creating a 457 metri long spiral. Spiral Jetty is a very special type of land art. The point of Smithson's Spiral Jetty is capturing nature's beauty no matter where it is placed. Broken Circle and Spiral Hill were created in Emmen, Holland in the summer of 1971. Broken Circle consists of two semicircles. Half is on land and the other half is on water, with an ancient boulder being the center. The boulder was not part of Smithson's vision at first, as he believed it disrupted the connection between the spiral hill and the broken circle. But it could not be moved, so it had to be left there. The spiral ran counterclockwise with the white sand on black topsoil, Smithson using this as a symbol for destruction. This piece became so popular it was voted to be preserved as a park. Finally, we have Amarillo Ramp, created in Tecovas Lake, Amarillo, Texas in 1973. There is an emotion of sadness attached to this land art, as this was the last of Smithson's work. This was Smithson's conclusion to his trilogy of spirals. Robert Smithson and his photographer were scouting the area more for an Amarillo Ramp when the plane crashed in 1973, killing everyone on the plane. Over time, nature has taken over Robert's land art, and most of them have become part of nature's natural beauty, just like he wished. And this concludes my final project. Thank you very much.